Hey, it says I'm live. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Been a while, so many of you might not know who I am off the bat. So I'm just doing a live video just for ease, and it's an update. And I hope you can hear me, and I'm not just like. Anyways, assuming that you can. Some of you may know that followed me in the past knew that I moved to California, and my channel I tried to do a couple updates, and it kind of went. And then I had some editing software issues. Still kind of have those. So we'll have to see if we can work around them. My channel's not really one of the top tier channels. Obviously, I wouldn't have let it fall if that's the case. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm coming back. Put some content. And now I don't know if it's going to be on this channel or if I want to make a new channel. Reason being is one of my friends that I game with has been getting a lot of different cameras and stuff to do battle reports or whatever. And so we might make a new channel together. If that's the case, I will let you guys know, put links and all that stuff. So that's something that's going to be going on with that. I think I backtracked. Oh, well, no, anyways. Back on the moving to California things. Now I'm settled. Obviously, you can see I have a place. At my house, I don't really have a designated game table anymore. So I do have a way to be able to play games at my house. But again, probably most of the games and content for that will be at my friend's house. So I'll probably be doing that. I'll probably be doing some hobby showcases, in terms of finished armies and things, finished projects I've had, because I have completed and been working on stuff. And maybe some tutorials if I feel a hankering on things that I've done a certain way. If someone asks me something, I might make a tutorial video. If it's something that I did that could be helpful. Or I would just give them a link to where I got the idea from or whatever. So that being said, what I'm currently working on is a few different things. So I have some 30K Space Wolves and Thousand Suns to build and paint. And then some of the stuff is not 100% painted. I got them in a tabletop ready where they can be played. So that'd probably be something I'm working on hobby-wise. I'm working on Bolt Action, British 8th Army, and I have another friend who I might be able to get on the channel and stuff. He has an awesome table he's making. And he will be having the German Africa Corps that he's doing. I do have Germans to be able to play my British 8th Army against in an Africa setting. I could probably work that out. The only thing is I would be having Germans that were wearing non-Africa Corps outfits and stuff. So I could play the game, and I might still, just so I can learn my 8th Army and get some tactics in my mind on how I want to run stuff with what I got. But I'll go into the whole army later, but just kind of a thing, because they show the model. They got to show a model. It's not painted, of course, yet, but some little guy here ready to go. So I've actually got all most of my army. I'm building 1,000-point army. Got them mostly done. I do have in here drying some a Churchill and a Stuart. Probably going to be running the Churchill with them, but I do have a Stuart. I'll probably do this. I don't know how I'm going to do the Stuart. I kind of want to make my Stuarts and Shermans and stuff like that more American, because my main army is American. But yeah, this way I can use them for both armies if I need to, because model wise, but it might not look appropriate for the British. But hey, I'm on a budget like a lot of people. So anyways, got those guys there. I've got Victory at C. These models have not been assembled yet or cleaned up. I just got done watching them, so need to take the rough edges and flashing off, and then put the turrets and stuff on. I don't know if these go with that particular ship, but these are metal. Those of you that are interested in Victory at Sea, the starter set, the ships, you get a lot of ships in it, both Japanese and Americans, and I decided to stick with those fleets myself. And then I added to it that basically I have an extra battleship, and then I have another battleship and an air carrier and the carrier, whatever for the American fleet itself. So I have extra ships, and then I want to probably do the same, get the extra stuff for the Japanese, and then get the submarines, and I should be set, I think. But the starter set that they have, it sells the turrets and stuff and things, the little accoutrements that you put on the ships, is made out of resin, whereas the starter fleet sets and things seem to come with metal, which I think the metal's probably better, because some of those some of the little towers and guns and stuff you're cutting out, and it's like, please don't break, and they're really tiny. You'll need tweezers to help put them on. Yeah, so but they didn't break. So whatever resin, however they did them, they're kind of flexible. So yeah, so between that and the 8th Army, that's what I've been building in the spare time around their grandson, and it's staying with us now, and with my son and his wife, I guess. And yeah, and then I have let's see what other projects to build. Planning on doing some more terrain, and in the background over there, right about my Boba Fett's helmet, kind of right there. Real simple hills that I made, because my hills kind of went bye-bye. So I made some just kind of generic brownish tan hills that I can use for pretty much any setting, I'd say. I kind of just go with everything. So I can put them underneath my cigar battle mats to kind of contour. Maybe they're too thick. Maybe I need to get smaller, make some smaller 1-inch ones. But I had some extra 2-inch foam core, so that's what happened with that. So looking at making some additional terrain as I get time. And what is the other? Oh, 10 millimeter Napoleonics for black powder. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be getting sharp practice rule set. I have American and British, American War of Independence armies coming. And then I think I want to get some. I got rid of my 28 millimeter black powder, and so my friend who I'll be gaming with, so my figures he has now, which works out. I still get to use them, and I got all the 10 millimeter. They had this big trade and whatever. So I wanted the 10 millimeter because I could play a bigger battle on a smaller table. But I kind of would like to get, I think, another starter set for both the French and the British and some Prussians to be able to play a small but bigger scale version of black powder, for fun. Because I don't foresee I want to have big, huge table setups, but also so I can use them easily for sharps practice. So that way I can use both the American War of Independence and the Napoleonics for that too. So, but I think I prefer the 10 millimeter size wise, so I can scale down their movement and everything, and if need be, and then have the whole 8x4 or 6x4 table set up instead of having to have multiple tables put together. And you don't get the idea. I'm rambling. Let's see. And I have I have MDF church to build. I'm kind of reminding myself here. I think there is a sniper, I don't know what you call it, eliminator squad for 40K to build and paint. And the rest of it's pretty much just I put together my Star Wars Legion, and they're painted pretty much. I would say 95%, maybe not all complete, 100% complete, but playable. I haven't played them in a game yet, so maybe that would come up. You know, that kind of thing. Games I have that I'd like to play. Well, the games that we've currently been playing, as the most recent, was some Warcry. That's kind of dried up for now. Frostgrave is kicking off. Some War Machine. Uh, oh, I'm playing Kador, so I'll probably add some stuff in time to that. I have Mercenaries too for that. Black Powder, of course, Bolt Action, Kill Team. Maybe the guys are playing it, but I don't get to get into that too much just because it hasn't fell where I could. But I'll probably Kill Team. I got some of the new rules for 40K, but I'm not honestly that enthused about it. Kind of, I don't know. I don't know if some of you guys, especially in other games, are kind of lose some interest. I think it's cool that they keep it alive and do all that stuff or whatever, and the younger crowd likes them, and and it's just I started with them back in 1990, and to all the additions, it's kind of been losing its appeal for me. I still like 40K to a point, but I don't know if I like some of the newer mechanics of it. But that said, I have played Ninth Edition a couple games, and Thunderwolves are doing pretty cool. But I think that the thing for me with Ninth Edition is just, well, compared to other games, by the time I get an army built, painted, and ready to go, and have the time to play, I only got like 2 or 3 games in of 8th edition, for example, and they're constantly tweaking the point values and tweaking everything, and so it's hard to. I want to have a 2,000 point army, and this is what I got. Have them set up, and I'm ready to go. Okay, I got them plugged in the army builder, whatever, what do you call it, battle scribe. Got them on there, good to go. This is what I'm building. And then a couple months later, maybe I'll get to have a game, and it's a cool, and things have changed. And then you have to carry like not just one book, but like a whole bunch of books still. They haven't got away from that. I don't like the digital stuff. I like to have hard books. So you have the digital stuff. Maybe it's a little easier to me. I get frustrated with technology, and plus, to me, the power goes out. I can still play my game if I wanted to. I can put candlelight or have daylight come in, and I've got a book and I can play. Whereas if I was on the computer, good luck unless I have battery backups and all that stuff, I guess. So, long story short, 40K. I used to play Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and it kind of the same thing. Basically, 40K is kind of like got the new Age of Sigmar set up, and I liked the more 7th edition 40K or an earlier. I do like the thing I do like about 40K is it's they streamlined it where you don't have to sit there and figure out your weapon skills and ballistic skills. Okay, but I don't like all the you building your army and this guy can do this and this, and it's like Magic the Gathering feel, I guess is the best way to say it. Things stack on and things, and I'd rather not spend all that mind power on how I want to preset the armies up. Used to do that when I was a high school kid with the other earlier editions, but not to the same point. And build powerhouse armies, and I'd rather have bolt action, for example. Field my guys, meet my whatever I'm setting up for the thing, and I put my army on the table, and my tactics and everything are on the table. I mean, you might have a little bit, if you're going to try to max out your army, you could do a little bit, I guess, maybe outside the game, like, I'm going to put a recce vehicle in. more so the first edition, where I'm thinking, where they can shoot at you and run away and use things like that. But overall, I like to enjoy my opponent. I like to enjoy and be immersed in the game and have a game that just flows, where you know it in your head and you have a little reference sheet if you need it. And if you really have to, you can look in the book. I don't like being in the book all the time, having to read, and then having to learn a new edition every 2 years. I don't like that. I'd rather be able to have that, like have a black powder rule set or something that's like bam, or even bolt action with the second edition. It's not too different in some cases overall, and the supplements are still good. So I don't have to spend extra money on that. I can buy models. My armies are pretty much going to play the same except for some updates. I think Frostgrave is doing the same thing. Cool. Okay. I'd rather, not have to keep. I'd rather just stick with one rule set and be good and have a group of guys who always just play this and you know where you're going. I guess maybe I'm old. Anyways, so about ready to get going because I gotta do some stuff. So I'm gonna call it here. Quit soon. Please leave some posts in the comments. We'll try to. I don't know if I can get back on the live ones or not, but I'll take the feedback if I can't. And the highs or get lost or whatever you guys put on there, and go from there. And then I'll post another video after I've talked to my friend a little bit more, and we kind of get a direction idea what we want to do with that. So I just wanted to give you guys an update that I'm still alive and kicking. That been working on stuff. I got things to share and be with the community, and that I miss a lot of you guys. I don't know how many of you guys are still on there, because honestly, I try to follow everyone I can when I get on YouTube, and I have a lot of likes on people, and so I'm like following a lot of people, and then YouTube seems to prioritize certain things over other things. So like Idic Beer, I have to actually look you up to see your videos, because it doesn't just pop up. You would think it would just cycle through and scroll through, but for whatever they're using is just popping up what they think I should see, or based off of what I recently watched. And then it's like, well, no, I don't want that. I don't mind watching new things, but I don't want that to be like, here, watch this. And it's like, well, I want to see what Idic Beer has, and it doesn't pull it up. And I'm just using Idic Beer as an example, So anyways, I'm going to try to make an effort to try to find you guys, especially if you guys reply, and then I can, some of you guys, I'm like, where's that guy? And I'm trying to think of your channel name and stuff, and like, old Git, I don't even know if he's still around. I think he changed channels, but I don't know what channel old Git is anymore, or if he's around, or, but I wouldn't mind checking him out. I like used to, and some of you historical guys probably know who I'm talking about, maybe, so anyways, have a good one, and we'll see you soon.